Hey there, thank you so much for joining me. I'm Charlotte with Colorful Teaching for You, and we are getting near to back to school time. So my friends, I have created a list of 10 things that you can put together. So if you are a teacher or if you're a parent who's trying to get a gift ready for your new teacher, this is going to be great. And if you are a teacher, if you're a veteran teacher or a substitute teacher or a new teacher, these 10 items are a must-have. Now, if you are a parent, please keep in mind number 7 when we get to it, because that's something that I would recommend taking off your list as it is very specific to individual teachers. All right? So let's get to number 1. If I look down a little bit, I've got 10, so I kind of have to look down to make sure I've got everything down. So number 1 is chocolate. So if you have a sweet tooth, this is going to be it for you, because you are going to want to have a little pick-me-up, especially on days where things are going a bit rough. So I love having chocolate in my desk drawer. Okay, chocolate, sweets, whatever works for you. Number 2, Band-Aids. Oh goodness, if your school does not provide it for you, you will have kids who, at least one child every day, if not more than that, I typically have multiple, who require Band-Aids multiple times a day. So you want to have some Band-Aids on you at all times. Number 3 is your charger, because you might want to take pictures of your kids, or you might receive phone calls, during your recess or lunch breaks or what have you, and there's going to be a day where your battery might be close to dying. Now you don't want that to happen, so I recommend taking a charger, a spare one at least in your backpack. Or I use a backpack, but I mean you might have a purse. So a charger for your phone, that's number 3. Number 4 is your school supplies. So whatever school supplies that you might need, pens, pencils, highlighters, that for you that you might need that your school doesn't provide, I would recommend taking that. But you also would want some extra school supplies for kids who either they aren't able to afford it, or it might be coming late in the mail for them, or they haven't picked it up yet. So you might want to have a little bit of extra supplies, because there are times where, especially if they've ordered it in advance, it's going to take a while to come in, and you don't want to be waiting on your curriculum for all that to take place, okay? Number 5 is extra snacks. Now this is a twofold part, where one is for your kids, because you don't want to be teaching your children on an empty stomach. You're going to have way too many problems. So if your child does not, if you have a student that doesn't forgot their recess or lunch, while you're waiting for a parent, you might want to give them a little bit of a snack. And 2 is because you might forget your lunch. It's probably going to be a day, and I've had that, where you might forget your lunch and you might just be away from, you might not be able to go to a restaurant to get something. So I'd recommend getting some snacks for you. 2 things I recommend: granola bars and beef jerky, because they stay, you're able to keep them in your cupboard for a lot longer, and you won't have that sudden crash of sugar, okay? And the 6th one is outdoor gear. So if you're on supervision at any given time, you want to be able to have a jacket, if depending on your weather, and some rain boots or snow boots, because you just never know when you're going to need it. I'm always ready, because sometimes, even, here's a hint, if it's really heavy winds and it's not raining, I'll still put on my boots, because it keeps part of my legs warm, okay? So I always keep a pair of boots in my class and a jacket. Number 7, pain medication. So this is why I said if you're a parent, I would not recommend giving this to a teacher. And if you are a teacher, this is only for you, not for your students, because there's way too many legal issues there. So do not give this to your kids. But if you have a headache, and yes, you will probably go through a day or 5 where you have a headache. So I would have pain medication in your cupboard that's locked, okay? Number 8, sorry, is a small squishy ball. Now mine is in my backpack at school right now, but I always have a small little squishy ball, because you never know when you either finish a lesson early or your kids need a brain break, a really quick thing. I take out the ball and we just toss it around to each other. So this is a really great way, especially if you're a substitute teacher, just to get something going right away, okay? Number 9 is your lip balm. This is from my mom, from Avon, because that's what she does, Avon. It's really great, but I always have one of these in my backpack and one on my desk at all times, because as a teacher we talk a lot, and you just don't want to be chatting all day long and then have really dry lips, especially on a dry day. So I have lip balm all the time on my desk. I also like to have a a bottle of water right there ready to go, because I don't want to be waiting for my kids at a water fountain. And if you don't have a water fountain in your class, then you're going to have to wait all the way until recess, and that's not good for your health. So I always have a water bottle for myself or a student that really needs it. Okay, so I'm going to go through the list really quickly, and I don't need you to actually keep tabs on this, because it's all housed on my blog, www.colorfulteaching4u.com/blog. Okay, so, and I'll also link to it in the description so that you're not trying to look for it. But here are the 10 on my list. Let's really recap quickly. We've looked at chocolate, band-aids, a charger, school supplies, extra snacks, outdoor gear, pain medication, a small squishy ball, lip balm, and a water bottle. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. In the meantime, remember to create, experience, and teach from the heart. Take care, my friends. Bye.